नया वीडियो IGN ने लॉन्च किया है. Doom's games are like one of my favorite games, right? I played Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, and it's like really fun to play. If you have like time to kill for like 2 to 5 hours, and you just have fun in that. It's like more arcade, right? So yeah, let's just start this video.
When I went into my hands-on with Doom the Dark Ages,
Wow.
I was prepared for intense violence and high-volume heavy metal, but what I didn't count on was such an exhilarating amount of demon-killing variety. By the end of my 2-hour
Wow.
demo, I'd used a sawtooth
Wow, this
shield
looks
to slice through
good.
demons like it was Beelzebub's Beyblade,
बहुत बढ़िया है bro ये तो.
stomped around a war-ravaged city as a colossal mecha
Oh my
slayer,
god. What?
and even brought a snarling cyber demon to an explosive end by breathing fire directly down its throat with my faithful dragon steed.
तो तुम ये कर
Talk
सकते हो इस
about
गेम
a
में.
heartwarming moment.
Holy hell. क्या बात है.
Every aspect of it looked and felt incredible.
Bro,
it may
this
take
looks
place
so
in the dark
good.
ages of the Doom
This is
timeline,
awesome.
But the Slayer's latest Slaughterfest might well represent the peak of the series' modern era. Cue the head
Oh my
crushing
God.
guitar riff.
Wow. Wow, the music.
Let's start with the most crucial new change, the shield. While 2016's Doom was
that
focused on run
shield.
and gun and 2020's Doom Eternal
You know what,
evolved
like,
into jump and shoot,
I think
the
Marvel
core combat
missed on
principle
like
of Doom the Dark
the
Ages
like
is
Captain
to
America
stand and
game
fight.
of
That's
with
not to say I
shields.
wasn't immediately strafing through the strike
And
as I
then
met
Doom
each
just
new wave of
like
Satan's soldiers,
monetize it.
but the Doom Slayer's new shield allowed me to hold my ground and
It
block
would be
and
like
parry
so
enemy
good to get a
attacks,
Captain America game, like you know, with a shield and
and
bouncing
even
around,
deflect projectiles back at them whenever I managed to nail
like, and then Doom
timing.
cracked it.
When it comes to which enemy attacks can be deflected and which can't, it's basically traffic light rules.
Wow.
Red means stop and green means go. Or for Star Wars fans, red is bad and green is good.
Wow.
The point is, you must constantly stay on the move to weave your way through the red waves of enemy
Holy
fire.
hell.
But the moment you see a green burst, you need to dash towards the danger
Oh.
in
Whoa.
order to perfectly bat back everything from searing bolts
Oh,
of
that's how it
fired
is.
by enemy archers
Also, like you can like
to
parry
the
the
deadly
green
volleys
things.
launched by the hulking hell tanks. It introduces a welcome new
Bro,
test
this
of
is
your
so
timing
good.
and positioning on top of the already high-intensity gunplay,
You know what? This
which has also
this
been
reminds me of
revitalized by
like
an
that game.
awe-inspiring arsenal that includes a machine gun
Nier
that crushes
Automata.
skulls and spits out shards of bone, and just
Oh
might be the
yeah.
most heavy metal
So
weapon ever
that's
conceived.
it.
But the shield
It's
is
more
a
like
simply
Nier
to
Automata.
block and deflect. It can also
It's
bear
just
the brunt
mindless
of a
fun.
powerful lunging bash that instantly closes the distance between you and your target. And you can even rev up its spinning saw-toothed
Wow.
edge like
Yeah.
a chainsaw and hurl it.
This
the
is
shield
it.
will pinball through crowds of
Nier
wicked
Automata.
enemies like the imps, or it can be
Okay, they will
launched
come out
straight into
with,
the
like,
sternums of the beefier
they're like
imp
Nier
walkers to
Automata
stun
is
lock
this
them in
and this
place
is
while you
different
mop
game.
up the lesser minions
I'm just
around
talking
them.
about gameplay style, right?
The
Arcade fun.
Slayer's shield can also work in tandem with your bulging
Which
bag
is
of
like-
boomsticks in some incredibly satisfying ways.
Doom's like
Come up
bread and
against
butter.
a platoon of soldiers marching behind seemingly impenetrable steel shields of their own.
This is
Just
like
pump a
Doom
few
is like
super shotgun
mindless
rounds
fun
into
to
their
play the
metal
games.
mobile cover to heat it up until it's visibly molten, before
Wow.
frisbeeing your
Bro,
shield
ये
straight at them to
बहुत
ignite
बढ़िया
the
है.
entire group and shower yourself in
Holy.
valuable armor pickups from the resulting explosion. The Dark Ages shield is perhaps the most devastating interpretation of the phrase "the best offense is a good defense," and it makes the new Doom feel like
Yeah.
the greatest unofficial Captain America game ever made. Only instead
I
of
just
fighting
said
an
that.
army of
I
Nazis,
just said
you're
that. I
battling the
just
most
said
evil
that.
villains that hell has to
Bro, I
offer,
just said
which
that
I
Captain
suppose
America.
are both one and the same.
मैंने अभी
At
अभी
any
बोला
rate,
था.
no sooner had I settled into the Dark Ages' sensational new shield-wielding combat system than I was suddenly whisked into the cockpit of a massive mecha slayer to take on the
Wow.
tallest terrors to ever emerge from a hell portal.
Oh my god.
These
I'm
Atlan
a
assault mechs
sucker
have
for
only
mecha
been
games.
teased
Oh my
in the
god.
past couple of Doom games.
You have like
but in the
these
Dark
big
Ages,
like
they're finally
animes.
pilotable, and I was absolutely thrilled to get behind
You know
the
this-
controls of one of
oh
these
my god,
green
this is
helmet
like
Goliaths in
big.
order to raise some hell.
Oh.
Or should I say, raise some hell. As I stomped out tiny tanks and crashed through bridges lined with troops, on my way to going toe to towering toe with each Titan demon trying to take
Oh
me
my
down.
god.
Yes, Doom the Dark Ages takes the series' signature ultra-violence and literally elevates it into kaiju-sized carnage. Its Atlan combat is simple in setup but seriously satisfying in execution. As you repeatedly pump the right trigger to unleash combos with a pair of school bus-sized fists, with each successful blow you land filling up a special meter consisting of two halves. Fill it halfway and you can deliver a powerful stomp that sends a shockwave through the earth
Did you
below and
just
opens
see
up racks
that?
of damaging
Wait,
lava.
wait. Did you just see the chunk of like flesh
Successful blow,
get
you land
thrown
filling
away?
up a special
See this,
meter consisting of 2 halves.
bro. That's so cool.
Fill it halfway and you can deliver a powerful stomp that sends a shockwave through the earth
Bro,
below and
Doom's
opens
gonna
up
be
cracks of
big.
damaging lava that
Doom's
stagger
gonna
your
be big.
opponent. Fill it completely and you can deal a
They
devastating
will
finishing
scaled
move
up the
to force
game
Lucifer's
even more.
Leviathans to go in peace.
Yeah,
Or
because
more
like they are
specifically, in
successful,
freshly shredded
so why not,
pieces.
right? The
If you
scale
like your
is
50-story tall
massive.
fisticuffs with a side order of gargantuan
Oh my
guns,
god.
then fear not. Because midway through the level, the
Holy,
whopper of a
you have
weapon drop
like
gave
this.
my mech
Oh
access
my
to a
god.
machine gun so large it could use an aeroplane hangar for a holster. Performing perfect dodges
Oh
on
my god,
incoming
what
enemy
the
attacks
hell?
powers up both
What
barrels
the
of this
hell?
not so
भाई ये
mini
क्या
gun.
है? ये क्या game है?
And I was soon blasting
क्या बनाया
gloriously
है?
gory chunks of flesh off each Titan's torso that showered onto
So
the
good.
soldiers below.
This is
You
like,
don't
oh my
normally
god.
see this much raining
They were
blood
like-
without buying a ticket to a Slayer concert and sticking around.
क्या छोटे छोटे एनिमीज को गन से मार रहे हो? इसको मारो, इतनी बड़ी
Unfortunately,
गन.
I was only given the smallest
इतनी
taste of
बड़ी
these
गन.
supersized shootouts, since my hands
Bro,
on quickly
size
switched
matters.
tracks from Godzilla to Game of Thrones as I slipped out of the Atlan's cockpit and into the saddle of a cybernetic dragon, complete with twin cannons and a pair of dazzling laser wings. Soaring through the skies above a humongous holy city,
you
I
know
took
what?
the fight to a series of
You know what?
Hellcarrier airships, again performing perfect dodges to
if
power
Doom
up my
add,
attacks,
like,
to demolish the
co-op-
artillery along their sides and the deadly assault cannons atop
Yeah,
their
they have
hulls.
like online mode, but you know,
With each airship's defense
if like they have like add a
disabled, I was
co-op
then able
mode,
to swoop down to its exposed
like
landing
offline
zone,
couch co-op, this
leave
would
off
be
my
like,
dragon to briefly blast through
holy
Hades'
hell.
hordes on the flight deck, before shield bashing into
Because
a
like
central
it
power
would be
core
like
and
so
forcing
good
the
to
whole
like
thing
play
to
with your
erupt
friends,
like a
right?
hell-spawned Hindenburg, as I flew to safety aboard my scaly skybound
Because like I
steed.
didn't like the Doom online.
Both the Atlan
Nah,
and Cyber
that's-
Dragon
that-
sections
that was
proved to
not
be
for me.
propulsive palette cleansers rich with spectacle, but I was itching for more of
Wow.
that bitch and shield and shoot 'em up action. Thankfully, the Slayer was soon brought back down to Earth to unleash
The
further
scale of
terror
this
on
game is
terra
like
firma,
massive.
As my hands-on finished with a taste of one of
What the hell is
Dark
going on
Age's
here?
further
Look at
terror
this.
on terra firma,
Look at this. Like, look at this.
as my
Look at this.
hands-on finished with
They are rendering that far,
a taste of
that far away. It's like going like
one of
crazy
Doom the
things
Dark
over here.
Age's sprawling sandbox.
You know what this reminds me of?
Levels.
Like there used to be like fake consoles, right? And they were like उसके ऊपर like फोटो होती थी ना कि first person shooter की. Bro, this is that. This is you playing in a
While the
war.
previous gameplay stretches were
This is
dynamic but
literally
somewhat
that.
directed action set pieces, this bumper battlefield level dubbed The Siege
Man.
gave me the freedom to tackle its objectives in any order and progress through it entirely at my own pace.
Wow.
Thus, in between exhilarating encounters with waves of heavily armored mancubuses and shield-based slugfests with super heavy cyber demons, I was also able to scour the landscape in all directions for gold to spend on weapon upgrades,
This is an open world.
collectible
Oh my god.
toys, and even brand new guns to add to my growing arsenal of demon
Wow.
destroyers. This included the Reaver Chain Shot, which delivered powerful charged up attacks that basically allowed me to fire
Bro,
a
this looks
cannonball to
sick.
instantly mulch a monster before attracting it on a chain and firing it again to crush their minion mate beside them. Kind of
Hey.
like a chain chomp, but not nearly as adorable. The expanded map also provided plenty of nooks and crannies to hunt through for health and armor
So,
pickups,
इसने जो बोला ना कि
including
chain
melee ammo for the
chompers वो
Slayer's new
Mario
flower
वाला
and
है.
electrified gauntlet attacks.
अगर किसी को पता नहीं
That's
चला हो तो
right.
इसे
As
बता
if the
देता हूँ.
Slayer wasn't already badass enough, he now manually reloads his punches like he's Henry Cavill in the bathroom brawl scene from Mission Impossible Fallout.
Wow. Oh my god.
The overall impression I got from the Dark
That's
Ages
so accurate.
Siege map is that, although it's large in size, it's incredibly dense with breathtaking discoveries and diverse encounters. Some open field fights locked mini-bosses behind a morale meter.
Oh, it's not
keeping
like
them immune to
open
my
world,
attacks
but it's
until I'd
like
hustled to take
areas
out a
of
few
like.
dozen of their
That's good.
underlings.
That's good. That's really good. Oh.
Other caves I explored featured almost no combat at all.
That's really nasty, but that's really fun though. That's really fun. Oh my god.
instead challenging me to use my shield for
You
environmental puzzle
can't do
solving,
this,
while there is a
bro.
grappling hook to launch me to otherwise unreachable areas,
This is the thing. There are still some studios
or a
like
tool to manipulate the
that
controls of a
have.
variety of arcane
अभी भी
machines.
कुछ studios है जो like वो
There were
fun
wonderful
gameplay लाते
surprises
हैं
almost
games के अंदर.
everywhere I looked,
Look at you,
but
Sony,
also some not
with
so wonderful
Concord and
ones, like this
wasting your
giant tentacle
$400
that
million.
suddenly emerged from the ground beneath my feet in a swamp area and turned me from unstoppable beast to recently deceased
Wow.
in an instant. With that, my time in the Slayer's combat boots was up, and what a brief but utterly brilliant ride it had been. If this small taste is anything
Man,
to go
this
by,
is
then
awesome.
I'm pretty sure that the only reason id Software is calling this one Doom the Dark Ages is
This
because
is-
the title of
this-
the
this
ultimate
has to be
Doom was
like-
already taken 3 decades ago. From its satisfying shield-based combat shake-up and enticing sandbox-level
Wow.
structures, to its Pacific Rim-rocking skyscraper-sized beatdowns and its dazzling dragon-riding
It can't get better
dogfights,
than this, right? That's
the
what we
team
thought
behind
about
the
Doom
Dark Ages is
2016
seemingly
and then
throwing
Doom
everything in
Eternal.
Hell's Kitchen sink
But
into
every
making
time
this
these
the
games
biggest
of
and best
developers like
campaign
come
so
out with new
to date in
game,
the seminal
it
Doom
gets even
series.
better.
But it's also set to be the most accessible. If you've ever wanted in on the wanton
Yo.
demon destruction but have previously been too intimidated to try, Doom the Dark Ages looks to have you covered. Not only is there an expanded number
No,
of
no,
difficulty
it's not
settings to
that.
choose from this time, with 6 different levels of challenge from the exceedingly gentle aspiring slayer to the
What?
absolutely mental ultra nightmare, but there
Wow.
are also tools to tweak almost every aspect of the experience. That includes sliders to adjust everything from parry timing windows to the
Oh.
damage dealt from each attack, and the
So
overall
this is like
speed of
more
the
accessible
action.
for people
Whether you
who
want it to be a
doesn't know how to
friction-free power
parry or
trip or
wow.
a
That's
synapse-straining punishment, Doom the Dark Ages seems to have the flexibility
It's
to
good.
allow any level of player to become a god-tier slayer. What's more, since it's a prequel to the 2016 reboot, you can go in completely fresh even if you have NFI what a BFG is. Doom the Dark Ages is set to arrive on PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS on May 15th.
Wow.
Until
They
then,
hit it
if
out
you
of
want
the
a
park.
daily dose of Doom, you could just spend a few minutes scrolling through social media.
Every day's just a little bit worse.
But if you want more Doom the Dark Ages, be
Wow.
sure to check out our interview with the team at id Software and the gameplay overview.
Bro, this looks sick. This looks sick. There's no way. There's no way these things. Like this.
Faithful Dragons.
Look at this. How is it possible? Wow. It's like this game looks more like they more like slower, right? It's not like mindless, endless and like funny, arcade,
Gun
fast pace like जो तुम like Doom में खेले हो ना कि बहुत जल्दी जल्दी एक्शन हो रहा है वैसे नहीं है ये भी स्लो है but they needed that change, right? They done it like 2016, they done it like 2018 Doom Eternal, but then they needed a change and they come up with that, and I think it's
which has also
good.
been revitalized by an awe-inspiring
I think it's good that they come up with this change, because like here's the thing, if like you know the PS3 era of God of War, right? And they were like mindless fun games where you're like killing using Kratos and killing enemies and like big boss fights and that. But when God of War 4 came out, it was more like lore based, right? It was a different mechanic, right? वो पूरी different game थी. So उस God of War की PS3 era वाली गेम्स का जो पुराना फैन बेस था उनको पसंद नहीं आई थी, तो उन्होंने प्लेयर बेस लॉस किया था, लेकिन उस चेंज की वजह से गॉड ऑफ वॉर आज इतना बड़ा ब्रांड बना है सोनी पे, राइट? एंड दिस कुड बी ट्रू फॉर डूम बिकॉज यू नो व्हाट, दिस गेम इज मोर ऑन लाइक they have added a lot more lore in this game from previous games compared to previous games. पिछली वाली गेम्स में इतना ज़्यादा लोर नहीं था, सिर्फ तुम्हें जितना ज़रूरत है उतना ही स्टोरी कहते थे और फिर तुम जस्ट खेलने रहो. Bro, I have recommended this game to my sister and like my friends, and they were like, bro, this game is so good, because they are not like typical gamers here. They are like, they wanted to try because like they've seen this like there was this Korean show where they play games, right? So they wanted to try PC gaming for a while. So I recommended this game and they were hooked with this game. They were hooked. So अगर कोई नया गेमर है और तुमको रेकमेंड करना है तो डूम से अच्छी गेम नहीं हो सकती, क्योंकि ये बहुत मज़ा आता है इस गेम को खेलने में. दैट्स वाई आई सेड कि अगर इसमें को होता है ना, काउच को होता ना इसमें, तो और ज़्यादा अच्छा होता ब्रो. सो दैट वाज द थिंग. एंड ऑल्सो कि इस गेम में पेसिंग थोड़ी स्लो है, क्योंकि इसमें मुझे लगता है ना कि थोड़े लोअर एलिमेंट्स ज़्यादा है, और आई थिंक इट कुड बी लाइक मोर बिगिनर फ्रेंडली कंपेयर टू दैट डूम्स ऑल्सो, बिकॉज देर वॉज प्लेटफॉर्मिंग इन दैट गेम एंड पीपल जो को पहली बार खेलते हैं ना, उसको पता नहीं होता कि स्पेस दिमाग के जंप करके प्लेटफॉर्मिंग कैसे करनी है ना, उनको वो लाइक ग्रैस्प करने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. लेकिन दिस कुड बी लाइक फॉर द new people to play the game, this could be like really accessible for them. And you know what, I would go and say this right now, this could be the Halo, the new Halo for Microsoft, right? Like if they want to like make it exclusive, this game is coming out for like PS4 and all the games, and Microsoft wants like that big Sony money also by releasing it on PS5. But if they want to make this exclusive, this could be really good for Microsoft. This is the like, if they would have like done something like this in Halo, bro, imagine that. From Halo Infinite could have been something like this, and that would have been like great. But this team does it. Wow, you see this? It's just good. It can't get. Wow. So that was the like new Doom Dark Ages that IGN preview. Bro, they are IGN doing some great. Bro, I'm jealous of them. They got to play this. Oh my god, I'm so jealous of them.